Well, at one point, Jacob the jeweler got dragged into this whole situation as well. I guess Southwest T had bought a bunch of jewelry from Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and I remember I read the book about this, and you can kind of correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess he was driving someplace. He got pulled over. They confiscated all this jewelry, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And instead of saying, okay, we'll just take this loss, Jacob tried to get the jewelry back. And when they looked into the jewelry, because I guess you have to, when you spend a certain amount of money, it has to be registered with the government, right?
Right.
And I guess Jacob wasn't registering these jewelry sales. He was just doing it somewhat under the table. So in the process of trying to get this jewelry back from the feds, now they start investigating Jacob, and now he's dragged into the whole conspiracy aspect of it.
I think he was dragged into it. I don't think Jacob was, aware of what, so, I mean, people hear about it, but, just like a lot of people, they thinking like you doing this music, you're doing this, you're promoting. I'll say here, it's very unfortunate to what happened to him. He was kind of dragged into it also, I don't know if he was paying his taxes. I don't know if he wasn't, I just know he got indicted later on in indictment, and he ended up doing some time.
Right, because I guess it was $4 million worth of jewelry that got confiscated. $4 million.
Terry's very high end. He was like, that's what I said, when he bought things for himself or people he loved or myself or me, it was really top, whatever it is. I don't want to see a spot in a diamond. What is that? VVS, clear, everything, 101 watches. He was a collector of all those things. And so it was so when they took his jewelry, it was, probably the number you're saying is probably correct. I can believe that.
Right, because I guess Terry tried to say that the jewelry belonged to Damon Thomas, who I guess was Kim Kardashian's husband at the time. Damon Thomas went along with it and said, yes, that's my jewelry.
Yes.
Which got him tied into the whole BMF thing.
Yes, and then he turned around. Actually, he turned Terry on to Jacob. So they were all going back that way. He turned around and started telling on Terry. So I got the grand jury papers and all that. The indictment. I got all his testimonies. He turned around and told on Jacob and told on Terry.
The Kim Kardashian connection to BMF.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people
Damon,
don't know.
Like when me and Damon were friends before all of this. And I was telling Damon, Damon used to come by the house and we used to hang out. Like, Damon, this is not the life for you. Don't do it. Because like you say, it's just like you talk to people, you get a feel for people. This is not your lifestyle. You might not want to get involved in this. It's because if something happened, you can't take this heat. And, so that's, I don't even blame Damon because he shouldn't even have been around. He should have stuck to what he did, music, So it's a lot of people that got dragged into something that they wasn't built for. Like I was in it since I've been 19. So I knew I became built for it. I knew what could happen. I seen things. I seen a lot of things, But you had these people who just had this greed and want to be a part of this life and want to jump in it, and they don't even know what this takes. And when the heat comes, you can't stand the heat.
Yeah. No, I mean that's exactly how I felt when I partied with BMF.
Yeah,
it was like I'm looking around, going like, okay, it's obvious what's happening here.
Right.
Like from my point of view, white kid from the suburbs, it's totally obvious that this is not music money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like no records are being sold. There's no hit singles. Like
no.
Clearly this is all drug money. And as much as it was fun to hang out with these guys, and I was really broke at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I don't want to be caught when everything goes bad.
Right.
And I have to wear a wire and I'm going to be facing years just for affiliation. I said, I'll just politely separate myself.
Separate yourself.
And go back to doing my music thing. And sure enough, what I thought would happen would ultimately, unfortunately, did happen. But I was completely separated from it because I knew that I wasn't built for this game.
Yeah.
Like it was too much for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the money wasn't going to be worth it for me.